plans for Air Force One are to protect the president.
Those plans were put to the test on 9/11.
Building's exploding right now. You got people running up the street.
Another plane has just hit.
Oh my God.
My goodness. I think we have a terrorist attack.
When President Bush was told of the attacks in the schoolroom in Sarasota, Florida, Air Force One pilot Colonel Mark Tillman wanted to be wheels up as quickly as possible. He thought Air Force One was a sitting duck.
Had to go over different scenarios. Was there a bomb on board? Was someone else on board that was part of the plan to attack the president? Everybody on board was accounted for. We put a guard at the base of the stairs up in the cockpit area to go ahead and protect us, just until we had everyone accounted for.
We raced to where Air Force One was prepped and ready to go. The president was hustled quickly on board Air Force One. The Secret Service agents standing with the 13 of us from the press who get on the rear stairs were yelling, "Move it, move it, move it."
From the information you had on the ground, did you think Air Force One was a primary target on 9/11?
The airliners had the capability to go into buildings, so the concern was airliners may be in the area that had been hijacked. Plan being possibly that the president was part of it, that he may be part of some plan to attack Air Force One or get at the president.
Then Air Force One was referred to by its Secret Service call sign for all future transmissions.
Our call sign would be Angel, just to kind of conceal where we were and what we were doing. On that day, though, Angel came into being when the Vice President said Angel was next. Vice President passed to us that we had potential to be the next target, but we had no idea how they were going to go ahead and accomplish it.
Air Force One, copies, maintain this heading.
Angel had a scare shortly after takeoff.
QNH 1017, Air Force One.
A control tower warned of an approaching plane.
They just advised us that a plane was behind us, descending into us, transponders off, and we're not in contact with them. They wanted to know if we were in contact with them, and at the time we were not. Colonel
Tillman made a sharp turn to see if it would follow. It turned out to be a false alarm. Then, the fighter jets showed up.
I looked out the window and we had armed escorts. But you don't want the president flying back into an environment that is dangerous, and something were to happen to me, it would have been a major blow for the terrorists.
What was it like for you to have the fighter jets on each wing as you're flying around the United States?
As a pilot and an Air Force officer, the coolest thing ever is to be flying in formation. Flying a big heavy jet and having a fighter completely armed on your wing, knowing that you can handle any contingency, is the best feeling ever.
After a few secret stops, Colonel Tillman safely returned the President and Air Force One to Andrews Air Force Base.
It was an important time in my life, and it's a day I'll never forget.